Hey guys, welcome back to A Tarot Tale. Hope you're doing really well. As always, I'm going to have dinner soon. I thought I would do a quick reading before I eat. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that's been supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. To anybody who's new, welcome. This is just going to be about what is blocking your union, or just something that you need to do to reach twin flame union. So it's going to be a twin flame reading specifically with somebody that you're mirroring their energy. Things that you need to work on will also be things that need to be also healed within them. So things that could be blocking you. And something I've been thinking about, I'll talk while I shuffle the traditional Rider-Waite. Something I've been thinking about lately is the things that we do to fit in with other people, and that's me included. I don't think every reader needs to talk about their personal experiences, but it's kind of like, you know, if you go to, I don't know, a hair salon and that person's not, you know, particularly kind of qualified, you're going to be hesitant. Or if you're going to a personal trainer, even sometimes that person has never been overweight and you're an overweight person going to lose weight, it can feel more reassuring when somebody's been through what you've been through. And I've been thinking about the things that we do to fit in with other people. Even growing up, I would go out drinking, you know, cigarette smoking. I didn't enjoy it. It's not something I liked. It's like I had to force myself to start smoking. It's not something I'm proud of. I don't smoke anymore. Haven't for a long time. But it's one of those things that I did kind of to fit in. But then you think, like, did they even like, those people even like me because I'm actually me? Or was it simply because I was doing what they were doing and, you know, I was trying to, you know, quote, fit in with them? And I feel often when we try so hard to fit in or we change our authentic selves, sometimes we end up not being liked anyway. And if we actually had have just been ourselves, we would have been liked, or somebody who would have liked us would have come along. So definitely be authentic. And I know a lot of other people I've spoken to lately have been saying they've been losing friends and things like that because they just don't resonate with that person. And that's fine. Sometimes you just don't resonate with certain people. So it's like you may not want to talk to them, or just, you know, keep that conversation kind of to a minimum. And at the end of the day, even things I've been through, I feel like sometimes I regret it, but then other times I'm like, no, it's actually made me who I am. I'm a lot stronger now than what I was years and years ago. I don't do the same things to conform, to fit in, or anything like that. So that's just food for thought. I'm going to see what cards come up. I'm just going to do upright cards for today. Let's see what could be blocking your union or what you need to do. Exactly, the King of Swords. Exactly what I was talking about. Transforming your thoughts. The King of Swords is somebody who speaks their truth. That is the biggest thing. So this is just a confirmation that a lot of you guys watching this have been in that energy, or will go through that energy, or you have in the past. It's been an issue standing up for yourself, standing in your power, being authentic based on what somebody else may say. So it's telling me that if you communicate with anybody, especially your other half, your twin flame, you really need to try to be authentic. Say what you want, what you're really thinking, say what you mean. Make sure there's no anger, no bitterness. There's no like, oh, I'm fine, but you're actually not. None of that kind of stuff, because that's just going to obviously affect the way things turn out. That, you know, coming at somebody in a really hostile way, but you're really thinking, oh, I really love them, I'm just angry. Or, you know, if people try to make them jealous or all these kinds of things, they can actually backfire and just push the person further and further apart. So really transforming when it comes to your conversation, the things that you're actually saying, making sure that you say what you mean. Even if you, say for example, I don't think it's bad if you tell your close friends something about somebody else, as long as you've said it to that actual person's face. It's like if you say if I had an argument with my partner and then I told a friend about it, whatever I'm saying to that friend, I would have said to that partner already. That's just how, I do things. I would only personally tell people I'm close to, but just making sure that you're being authentic and truthful in what you're saying. And also standing up for yourself as well and what you truly want and not just doing things that everyone else is doing. So we've got here the Eight of Wands. So that's about forward movement. So if you do communicate honestly, you're in your authentic power, things will transform. You'll get communication with your twin flame if you're in separation. There's a lot of passion here. It'll be fast communication, fast movement. They may come to your house and want to see you. They may travel to see you if they live somewhere far away. Definitely with passion and communication as well, especially, having a punch behind things that you're super passionate about, things that you really care about. If somebody comes up to you and disses you or just hates what you're all about, if you're trying to express yourself, keeping on, like continue standing in that power. Even if your beliefs change later on, which they're allowed to, your beliefs are allowed to change as many times as, they do. You'll just see things differently over time. But whatever you believe now and however you feel now, it's really about honoring those feelings and, honoring how you feel. Like stand your ground and believe in what you believe now strongly to the point that you'll defend that to someone else and not care what they think. It's like right now, it's like, this is what you believe. And I just got my twin flame card, the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is something that is blocking union for you guys. The not being authentic communication, not being yourself, and especially things that you're passionate about and you care about, compromising too much to suit that other person, being scared to believe in something so strongly, even if it's different to them. What else? What else is important for you guys to know, please? Whoop. So we've got here the Page of Cups. So this is about synchronicities, so paying attention to signs, things that you feel, not ignoring certain things, not ignoring certain hunches and things that come to you. The Page of Cups is also a messenger. It's also somebody that apologizes. So to me, it's not being afraid to apologize. And, if you're a divine feminine watching this, which you probably are, also knowing that the divine masculine has to be able to apologize and speak their truth, obviously, as well. It's just kind of leading the way. If you see someone confident in their power, they're expressing themselves, they're being vulnerable. They know how to say, I love you, I miss you, what they mean. They know how to say, I'm sorry. That's going to encourage that person to do the same. And, there's nothing wrong with being the bigger person in certain situations or being the first person to apologize. So I feel like when emotions are involved, it's important to be vulnerable. It's important to be vulnerable on this journey, and it's important to be vulnerable in love as well. So some people holding some things back, possibly even holding some grudges. We've got the Star. So this is about healing. So there's something for you guys that may not have been healed. Maybe you want an apology from somebody for something, or you want them to express their truth. You feel kind of jibbed, like, they never expressed how they felt for you, but they did towards somebody else or something like that. It's really about not even saying those things are okay, but just accepting that that's happened. They can't go back in time and obviously change that particular thing. So if you do want to align with yourself and, your twin flame, obviously healing and an element of acceptance is important. I don't personally like the word forgiveness. I think just acceptance can be a good word and is something that, you know, affects people less when they hear it. Some people think forgiveness is like saying it's okay, it's fine what they did. The star is also about, I feel like brighter days are coming. I feel like there's definitely hope in your situation right now. So this is a fated connection. So, especially with the Page of Cups, there will be synchronicities. Fate is involved here. Once you start speaking your truth, doing things you want to do, standing up to family, friends, partners, whoever, you know, even with things like tarot, there can be a lot of people that, if they ask me, I will say, yeah, that I do tarot. But, you know, I may not even go on about it that much, or I may, with some people, I won't mention it because I think, oh, this person's probably not into it. And sometimes I just can't be bothered with the whole reaction. But sometimes people, I will mention it and they will be a spiritual kind of person and I like wouldn't have even known. Or they'll just be somebody that's really interested. So probably years and years ago, I wouldn't have even had a YouTube channel and I wouldn't have even done tarot readings. And, you know, obviously now I do. And it feels good to do that. You'll see more and more synchronicities unfolding when you do the things that you want to do. Then communication will start improving even with other people in your life that aren't your twin flame. Other people will start apologizing, respecting you more, taking you seriously. Things will start to heal in the connection. All right, I'm going to get some twin flame shadow cards. Let's really dive in deep here and get some shadows. We've got here power. So this can be being sure that you're not abusing power. It's also about recognizing your power, and that's more so how I'm seeing it. Really harnessing the power that you have and the passion that you have within you. Know that you're powerful in this connection, and things that you do and say and the person that you are and every decision you make in every moment can really influence this connection in a positive or negative way. It's either going to be bringing them closer or pushing them further away because they are you. So how you're treating yourself as well is how you're going to be treating them. If you feel really powerful and empowered, then this person naturally is going to feel the same, or it's going to be helping them to get to that place because you are one. I don't believe any of that crap of like one person's awakened and one person's not awakened, because if you're one, then if you're awakened, they are awakened too. It's just you may be awakened in the way of speaking your truth and expressing your feelings, but they are just not at that place yet. Like, but they will still be aware of the connection. It's just they haven't got to the place where they're taking action and those kinds of things, but they still are awake. Let's see what else we've got here. Non-action. So maybe for some, a blockage could be focusing on the non-action, focusing on nothing's happening, this person's not here, they're not talking to me. You feel like you're doing all your work and you feel like that nothing is transforming. But even if you think of it as you and this person are one, if you are transforming and doing your work and you think nothing's happening, it's sort of missing the point because you're one with this person. There's no separation. So if you're transforming and now you're speaking your truth and you're passionate and you're confident and you've transformed into this, you know, completely awesome, different version of you, then there definitely is action. Things are happening because you're one with this person. So you changing anything about you, doing anything, healing, anything that's going to make you live in the moment and feel at peace, that is action that is happening, and it's something that needs to be acknowledged. I'll get one more of these, I'm feeling. And secondary. So some people not accepting that they are secondary to somebody else, especially a karmic partner. If you suspect they're with a karmic partner or soulmate or whatever it is, or you may even just find it hard being secondary to somebody else, even if you have a best friend and they just met somebody new and now they're spending time with them. There's some kind of issue and block here to do with being secondary. And again, if you're one with this person, then you're missing the point, because you're not going to be second to anyone else if you are this person. You're one soul. If this is your true twin flame, there's no separation. You are them. You're never going to get any closer to this person. You can't get any more closer to yourself than being yourself, if that makes sense. So being secondary is just an illusion. I know it does affect people, and you see them turning their back on you, being with someone else, comparing yourself to them and everything like that. But you just have to trust that this person, isn't better than you. They don't have anything kind of that you don't have, in the way of, you're not lacking. It's not because anything's wrong with you. People make changes and growth and things like that so they feel better, and also, I guess, just staying the same, I feel like, would be kind of pointless to me, in my opinion, being on this planet. But it's not really about changing and growing because there's something wrong with you as you are now. It's not that there's anything wrong, it's just things will be more harmonious when you come from a certain place. And feeling like you're secondary to someone else and feeling hurt and feeling upset, you're going to live more at peace if you accept that they are with someone else because they just are, whatever the reason is. It isn't that person's better or anything. They're just different. It doesn't have to mean they're better. And again, you are this person, so try to seek some comfort if you can in knowing that. Reinvention. So this could be stopping some of you guys. You could be resisting some kind of change, not fully reinventing yourself yet into the person that you truly feel that you are. Not even the person you want to be. I just feel like for some, you want to make some kind of change because you feel called to do it and you just haven't done it yet. Yeah, and signs. We did get the Page of Cups, which is about signs and synchronicities. You're seeing some kind of signs, but it's like you're not doing anything with it. You may be too busy. You're not quieting down your mind. So you may not be hearing things that are coming into your mind clairaudently. I don't even know if that's a word. But through your ears. So things that you're hearing, things that you're seeing in the physical world, you may not be paying attention to them. You may be too much, in your mind. There's definitely signs and things happening to help you reinvent yourself and to reach like the next kind of level of this journey. If you feel like you've been on this journey for ages and nothing is changing, then I feel if you're sort of at a loss, there's no harm in trying something different, Any more cards want to come out? No. All right, I'm not feeling any more cards want to come out of there. Just for you guys, I'm going to draw a couple of cards, 2 each, from the Twin Flame Messages Volume 2 and the Hidden Truth Oracle. Messages from your Twin Flame, who is you. You're the conscious part. They are the unconscious polarity, but obviously, like, if you're doing your work, like I said, you are awake to certain things you need to do, and you start doing them, they will become awake as well. So this is messages, from the 3D person. I still remember the good times we shared. So this person remembers the good times that you had. I feel like they still think about them. Sorry, I can't even talk. They're still thinking about them. They still reminisce. So this person, if you think they're resentful towards you, I don't care about you or anything, they still think about the good times that you had. They still have moments throughout their day, or, just certain times where they'll think about the times that you spent together, and good moments will, you know, stand out for them. I know it might be too late by the time I figure things out. So this could be like their higher self coming through here. So on some level, this person knows that you have this connection, this twin flame connection, and they may not call it twin flame, but they know that it's there. May even be like they're getting signs, and it's like their subconscious is trying to bring things to their conscious mind, but they're sort of fighting it. And the same with you, because you mirror each other, they're not seeing the signs. I hope that you can forgive me one day. So something that that went on between you and them, something they said to you or didn't say to you, something that they did that they're feeling bad for, they know that it hurt you. This person is really hoping that one day you can forgive them. Or like I said, if you feel that that word is harsh, maybe just focusing on that acceptance and realizing that even if they do genuinely regret it and wish they could take it back, you know, they can't. And if you want to be with them, it's not going to be very harmonious holding on to it. I know I was a distraction from your pain. So some of you guys may not know this, but this person feels like you were going through some kind of pain, something was going on in your life, and they feel like you were confiding in them or they were helping you through this hard time. They may partly feel like if you had low self-esteem or things like that, they were making you feel good, and maybe it's just like they're doubting whether you truly had feelings for them or not, or you were just in pain and they were kind of there for you. Maybe they feel like it's like the mirroring. It's like that low self-esteem in them of like, did they really love me, or was I just a distraction from their pain? And it's like, if they really did the inner work and the healing, paid attention to the signs, they would know that this is the real deal and that you did care about them. So definitely a lot of mirroring here. So let me know what you guys think about this reading. I hope that it was helpful to some of you, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.